Well, that was some shit. What's up, people? Chat room. Chat room. It's where it's all happening, my friends. Don Harold, he gave me a phone call. Don, you know I love you. I'm jealous, baby. You know, I didn't say you're not providing a service. You are doing a hell of a job. You have taken up the gauntlet of ripping on Kramer. Because I think I started this stuff before you did, with the whole ski daddy and the booyah and all that bullshit. Keep ripping, keep doing what you do, baby. I was just talking out of hurt pride. I want 20,000 views. I want 150,000 views with well-produced videos. So anyway, Don's getting flown out to New York one day. He's going to show me how to make real videos and make this stuff look really cool. And about the chat, a lot of people wondering, when's this live thing happening? I'm going to give you the phone number to my web guy. You should start hounding him for me. But if you were in the chat room, okay? Actually, when Don called, as a matter of fact, so the Fed didn't cut rates. I'm thinking that's balls. Balls! Way to go. Show us that it's not as bad as an emergency rate cut. You had to cut interest rates. Now you know you've cut them all those times, and what did it do for us? Nothing. So balls! Bernanke! Love you, baby. Thank you. Thank you very much. And everybody thought, including myself, if they didn't cut the interest rates, that the market was being held up by the fact that they might cut interest rates. So then when they didn't cut interest rates, you thought the market would tank. When the market just sat there, we sold off immediately, and then we did nothing. Nothing. It was that pause of what the hell we're going to do now, what was going to happen. And as soon as we didn't start going down and no acceleration to the downside, you had to start buying. That's when I got into Chesapeake Energy. DRYS one more time at 47, I think I did 47.65 again. Same exact stocks, same exact prices. They held support. You had to be in the chat room because what I did was as soon as the market started ripping, of course, I was telling you about my computer being slow because there's always something going on in my life to prevent me from making the big money. I mean, I had a decent day, but I'm talking about I want to start making $250,000 a day. And I know that sounds crazy, but with the positions that I was in right now and the size that I had, I should have made at least 140, 150 grand. Just calculating. Granted, if I would have held on to all of them with that kind of buying power. But the story is, we had the GTI, cost average of 1585. I had 7,000 shares. I started selling out at 16. It wasn't doing anything. The DRYS, I had it at 30. What was the price? 47.65. 3,000 shares there. Sold it at the whole number at 48. Made some money, but I'm talking about that I'm looking for other opportunities. I'm looking at the PCX, which you can't trade that stock without being completely engulfed in it because the thing rips up and down a point every 2 seconds. That moved up. I only was able to get a couple hundred shares. Then we had the CEG thing going all over. Did you see that CEG? Trying to trade that. It was like $19.99 all over again. Thing was going absolutely berserko. Berserko. But then even all the old winners were coming back. The Zolt coming off the lows. Come on now. The IPI following through. The SOLF. SOLF under 12. What do I tell you people every time? If you see that stock under 12, don't ask yourself. Just buy it under 12 because it'll be back at 13 within a day or so. And it happened this afternoon. So the chat room is where it's at. And it's filling up. It's filling up. Now, everybody's wondering what we're going to do. What we're going to do about, the live thing. Here's the plan now. Because it's going to cost a lot of money to get this thing streaming out to you, okay? It's ridiculous, the price. For me to have it on the site, embedded, streaming to 100 people, it's just ridiculous. Plus, I'm going to have to buy that switching device. So what I think I'm going to do is, I'm probably going to go live for an hour. Let's say from 9 to 10, just to have it, because I want to film it as if it's a real show. Where I'm going to do my thing, take some callers, have an interview, send the girl out to do her thing, have her read the news, have a few fake commercials and some funny stuff in there. And then I'm just going to go, you have to join, the chat room will still be there, but I'm going to have a box next to the chat room under the videos where you're going to be able to just hear me live and still we're going to have Skype built into there. We're going to be able to talk to each other. One thing I don't understand is, if we're all on there at once, how do I dictate who's talking? So it's probably just going to be me. I'll be in control, and we'll just take calls once or twice. But now, instead of me trying to trade, type, talk to people in the chat room, which takes away from what I'm trying to do, I'll just be able to talk and respond to you guys in the chat room. Because the chat room's just growing too. It's growing exponentially, and I thank Don Harold for that. Now, again, Don, I wasn't insulting you. some of your guys that watch your show and watch my show, they were just sending me these emails, just ripping me. And I don't know, maybe I just got bent out of shape about that, but that's not your fault. And what I was saying about you is like, I want you to tell me what to do, Don. Tell me what to do. But yeah, and I just want to appreciate somebody ripping the oil there to the close too. I was getting hammered. That's another thing is, if I had the kind of money that I used to, I never would have taken that loss in the USOs, ever. Oil can't go down every day. It's been, what, a month straight, every single day? I would have had a little bit more, capital where I knew I could have just hung on to it for another 3 or 4 days. I wouldn't have to take that loss. So that took a big chunk out of my day, because I was buying into the move up this morning, only to just get slaughtered. All right, that's it. So, my boys in the chat room, this is for you guys, man. I hope you had a good day, and I'll see you later. Max will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be home with the kids. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm probably just going to be chilling at home, which is probably going to mean a big-time rally. I'm thinking market gaps one way or the other tomorrow. We had a perfect day. Gap down into a rally today, so that might signify that we have some sort of a little bit of a cushion. And once again, if you like a stock, look at the lows that it hit today and yesterday, and that's your out. Chesapeake Energy, I added that to the portfolio today. At those prices, if it ever breaks down to, if it ever breaks 35, I'm selling it. If not, I'm hanging on to it. The DRYS at 47.11, I'm in a little bit of it now. If it ever breaks 47, I'm out of it. What you're looking at now, I don't even looking at the charts. I just know where I'm at. I trade the same stocks all the time. I know the prices that they're at. That's how I'm basing everything. And if you're gambling like a lunatic with this AIG and this all this stuff, it's kind of pointless. There's enough action going on in other stocks where you don't have to gamble with this nonsense. Gambling is what's killed my career with these options. Options on this, options on that. I would be having a good year in a year that, in theory, has been awful. If you trade well, you would made money this year because we had that kind of action. But it's those stupid damn options where I'm like blinded by rage trying to get revenge on a stock that moved away from me. I just load up on calls and it just never works out. So, all right. Q's are rocking in the aftermarket. What, did Goldman Sachs have something to say? Are they coming out with earnings tonight? All right. I love you, Don. Peace. Options on that.